Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, RegisKillbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and this is my latest Decksperiment, where I take a fun, crazy, interesting idea for a deck, build it live on the spot, and then take it out onto the ranked ladder to see it in action. This time around, I am going to be building a quest paladin, but not an aggressive one like you might typically see and has consistently failed so far on the ranked ladder. But this one is actually going to be more of a control deck that just so happens to have the quest as a backup option, not as its sort of primary operative directive. All that said, let's go ahead and jump into the deck creation process as it was recorded live on my Twitch stream. Quest Paladin seemingly has one of the worst win rates in the game right now. I don't know that anybody's built a list that really makes a ton of sense at a high level anyway. Perhaps lower ranks you can climb a little bit more successfully with it, but nothing seems to have stuck so far at the high end of Hearthstone. Although there are some Paladin decks picking up steam. There's some mid-range Paladins, some control Paladins, even some elemental Paladins, all of which have found varying degrees of success on the ladder. I don't know that they're super popular lists or refined down to a single list, but the class has something to it, right? So the first thing I have to do, though, is I don't actually have the card. So the first thing we got to do is spend 1,600 dust on the last Kaleidosaur, because I don't have this bad boy, which, I don't mind. Even if it doesn't work, I'm happy to have the card. So let's go ahead and hit the big button. I love watching that gem fly in from the screen. That's so cool. Yeah, and if you guys have never noticed this, the actual Kaleidosaur, Galvadon himself, is in this artwork. He's hiding in the foreground here. That's his eyeball. This is his nose. Those are the rocks on his shoulders and stuff. Which is pretty cool that he's in the artwork. He's hidden. Elise is obviously looking for him and she found him there, which is cool. So that's choice number one. And here's the logic I'm going to take into this, right? The most common way people have tried to make this work is with more aggressive decks, really cheap minions, getting them buffed up really quickly with all the buffs that you have to use to activate the Last Kaleidosaur, right? And then playing Galvadon in the mid-game essentially is a really quick win condition or just a really big swing that puts you in a position to win the game. And apparently so far that has not been a particularly successful strategy because it makes your deck a little bit too disjointed, I think. Essentially you have a lot of cheap minions, a lot of buffs, and if you draw them in the wrong order or you draw the wrong pieces at the wrong times, then you basically have weak minions with nothing to do with them, or weak minions that just die to your opponent's board before you get to actually actively buff them, or you draw buffs and don't have any minions to utilize, and you end up buffing just your hero power, and if you're hero powering regularly, then that's a pretty inefficient play. So it just makes the deck kind of all mumble-jumbled, and it doesn't really flow or fit nicely. So I think what I want to try is running far fewer buffs than might necessarily than the deck or the quest might necessarily suggest. In other words, maybe just 6, maybe 8, because the condition is it requires 6. But not counting on trying to get it done in the first 5 or 6 turns, but just putting it in a control paladin shell, so that you essentially have a really long time to activate Galvadon, and then he just becomes another really big late game value piece in a deck that already has those. You already have the Tyrion and all that other stuff that's going to make a big impact on the game. But now you also have Galvadon as sort of an extra win condition. Now that might a little bit be a win more kind of play. If you make it that far and you already have all these other threats, then maybe Galvadon is just icing on the cake and he's not going to be significant or make that big of an impact. That's a question I don't know yet. That's why we're doing a deck experiment. That's why it's for science. That's why I'm testing. I want to learn. But, if you can include this card, if you can make buffs work in this kind of context, it might open up some additional channels that the Last Kaleidosaur makes a little bit more sense. At least that's my absolute logic. Waving at Pat says, poor Regis, only 7,000 dust left. Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's a tough life, dude. It's a tough life. I'm actually a little bit nervous because in the past, the way expansions and adventures alternated, I had an adventure to catch up with dust. So it would give me 5 or 6 months to catch up with dust and gold in between expansions, and I just pay cash for the adventure, But now that it's all expansions, I don't know that I'm going to be able to refill that dust total fast enough to get to the last expansion to keep up crafting. So it may get very, very expensive even for Regis, which makes me a little bit sad, but that's all right. Thankfully, YouTube and all these incredibly generous donations will help in that regard. So that's probably just all right. So I got a lot of card suggestions coming in. Sorry guys if I can't quite keep up with chat. I'm trying to focus just a little bit on the actual content here on the deck creation. Does anybody know what it means when you cheer on Twitch? I don't really know either, Tan45. I think that might be something that's only available to like partners, people with sub buttons and stuff. I don't know if you guys even have that as an option on my channel. I think that it's essentially like a currency on Twitch that I don't know how you even earn it, but I think the person you cheer gets some sort of monetary compensation related to the amount of the cheer. I don't know the details though, man. JT Rex asks, will you try to make the Vorax work in this deck? I think that's actually a pretty good suggestion. I may have to craft the Vorax too. We may be out of cards or out of dust pretty soon. Hey Regis, I'm searching for a new fun deck to play. Any suggestions? Asks ASAF Nexus. It depends on what rank you're at and how competitive you want to be. I mean, if you want to be super competitive, I think Mid-Range Hunter is actually pretty fun right now. Taunt Warrior can be fun and can be frustrating. If you want to do something really, really crazy and stupid and maybe not all that good, you should check out my YouTube channel and play my Zoo Spell Priest. It's like an early game aggressive spell-based priest. It's really fun. It's the most fun deck, decks I've played. So now, all that said, let's go back into the deck here, and I'm going to start adding in control cards, right? Like remember, this is a control deck that's going to need some buffs. So we'll just grab the control cards first. I think I missed equality already. I was in a weird spot there. I don't think we want any secrets or any of this stuff. We might come back for some of these cheap buffs a little later, but I don't know yet. So right now I'm just grabbing what I think are control cards that would fit in a control deck. So Ivory Knight is good for two reasons, actually. Ivory Knight is a heal, which is good in control decks, but it also has the chance to help us get buffs faster. Because a lot of the spells that we're going to discover here will actually be buffs. So if we don't want to run, more than 6 buffs in our deck, because they're not on average as good as other cards, this is a way to help us get there a little bit faster from time to time. We'll include Sunkeeper Tareem, I think, here. Vine Cleaver's kind of intriguing in a control deck, because it's just, a lot of charges on a weapon. We'll have some heal. It summons some dudes. It's like, you get 6/6 in stats out of this eventually, right? So that's actually pretty good for a 7-mana card. It's very, very slow, so I don't know yet. We're definitely going to put these two big bad boys in here, though. So we have like the full legendary suite, which is awesome. It's really cool looking. And we've got 13 cards left. So I think we need to go to the buffs now, right? Like I need to get... I want to have at least 6 buffs by default, and then I think there's some other cards we can include as well that that will give us additional buffs, so that if we don't, if one of our buffs is like the last card in the deck and we want to get there a little bit faster, we still can essentially. I think Spike Ridged Steed is really good for control. It basically turns a Silverhand Recruit into a 3/7 taunt for 8 mana, but also summons another 2/6 taunt, which is quite a bit of stats really for the cost. So we'll toss in 2 of those bad boys. We've already got 2 Blessing of Kings, so we really only need 1 more buff necessarily to activate the Last Kaleidosaur. It doesn't have to be a buff. I mean, cast spells on your minions, right? You could actually cast Humility on a minion, and I think it would activate. So I suspect Adaptation is halfway decent. Divine Strength might even be good as well. By the way, I think I want to add in Forbidden Healings just for control while we're on this page. Blessing of Wisdom could actually be pretty intriguing too, because we do need some card draw, right? We're going to have a few cheap cards here. But I also want things that work really nicely with Wild Pyromancer, because there could be some scenarios where I want to play a Wild Pyromancer and a cheap spell just to clear a board of 1/1s and deal with like token type stuff. And I think Divine Strength's really good for that. It works kind of like Power Word Shield works for Priest with Wild Pyromancer. You don't get the card draw, of course, but you get a pretty sizable minion. And you get the AoE effect. So let's be sure we go grab the Wild Pyros before I forget. So that gives us, Wild Pyromancer Equality. Also gives us Wild Pyro Divine Strength. There's, other cheap spells too, like Forbidden Healing we could use to activate the Wild Pyro. There's going to be a lot we can do here with Wild Pyro, especially with all these buffs, which is pretty cool. I think we do actually want the new, I don't remember the card's name, the new Murloc that returns buffs to your hand. I hate how this works every time. What's that guy's name? The Primal Fin Champion. I'm not sure if we do or not. Like, obviously he's designed for this kind of deck, and he's a big value play, but I don't know that he's what we're going to want to do on turn 2. Like, how often are we going to have buffs to actually use them? It'd be just Divine Strength often. I mean, maybe a turn 6 Blessing of Kings on this guy or something like that. But there are a lot of Silence Priests out there. I don't know. I'm not sure this one's actually worth it. Let's see what chat has to say. I need to chime in with chat here. Check in with chat. Dino Size, a lot of people are saying, I have the dust to craft Kalamos. Would you recommend it or wait, says Clashy XD. I think that's actually a fairly safe craft at this point. It looks like Elemental Shaman's a pretty consistently good deck so far, and that card is obviously fantastic. So I don't know that you can go wrong with Kalamos right now. Oh, what's the best way to get dust? Is there like a list of useless cards I can disenchant? Asks Blacken6. I don't know that there's a list as such, but as far as getting dust is concerned, I found that playing Arena successfully is really the best way to get any of the resources in the game. If you're good at Arena, you can just farm Arena for money and dust as well. So, but you can dust wild cards if you don't plan on playing wild. That's another option that works for some people. A lot of suggestions popping in. Vorax is still a card I need to consider. It looks like I've caught most of your guys' other suggestions. Not Dino Size, though. Not Dino Size, which is interesting. I didn't really want to run it. I don't know that it's good. I think it's funny. Attack and health to 10. I mean, it would be really cool with some cards. Like, imagine Wickerflame Burn Bristle with a Dino Size. You couldn't do it in a single turn, but if it stuck, like, that'd be such a huge heal. That'd be nuts. It'd be good with these little taunts. Why not? Let's throw one in, guys. If we're gonna test, if we're gonna do this for science, Dino Size is as good as anything else. Dino Size the Vorax, exactly. Yeah. Blessing of Wisdom is like a 1-mana card draw that increases the quest. Yeah, it is sometimes. The problem is if you don't stick a minion on the board, it's a little bit risky, right? Because you got to have something on the board to make this work, and I'm not sure that we always will, because we're going to have stuff like Wild Pyro Equality. Our turn 2 is going to suck with Silverhand Recruits a lot, and our opponent will just trade into it and kill it. So I agree that Blessing of Wisdom clearly makes sense because it's so cheap, but I don't think it's going to fit perfectly yet or not. Priests don't want to waste their silences on you. They definitely don't want to, but if we've got a Blessing of Kings, it's if we got 3 spells on this little Murloc guy, I think they would be happy to deny us the buffs being returned to hand, essentially. So it could clearly disrupt their plans, but would still put us in a pretty iffy spot. Yeah, Mukla, Tyrant of the Veil, is definitely a great suggestion. I like that card a lot anyway. I think he's going to make the cut, guys. Hi, Regis. Just came here, says Feeling of the Pain. Well, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Tan45 did indeed beat me with Kalamos. He wrecked my face when I was playing Hunter. Maybe a really cheap Charger for Dino Size as the last out as a finisher. It's a cool idea. Some sort of 2-card, 10 damage combo. I kind of like it. At least Trailblazer. Elise is always good in the control decks, I think. Hey, Regis, I'm at work, so I have to watch the stream muted, but could not resist to come by. Haha. Well, even though you can't hear this disco combo, I'm sending good vibes your way, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. All right, so let's take a look at Mukla, and I think Mukla's a definitely clear fit. I wish he was a 5-mana card in this instance, though, because we have 0 5-mana cards, which is a little bit iffy. You don't necessarily need one, right? You can play a 3-drop with a 2-drop on 5, but we also don't have any 3-drops. And our 4-drops are not exactly minions. Our 4-drops are all sort of, utility type cards. But what's the Vorax? He's a 4-drop, I think. But he's probably not the kind of card we want to drop on turn 4 specifically. But I still think he's good in the deck, and I'm going to try him out, and I want to craft him, so spending a lot of dust on this stream for you guys. You guys are bankrupting me today, but that's alright. Watch the gem fly in. There it is. Boom. That's so cool again. I like that sound effect. That's awesome. I don't even think I've seen this card actually played in a game yet. But it looks good. We'll try it. We'll see if it works, of course. So Vorax is going to make the cut. That's another 4-drop that can kind of pseudo be a 5-drop with like Divine Strength or something, right? So that helps a little bit probably. We do have some 1-drops to play with 4, well, actually just 2 1-cost cards to play with 4-cost cards that might help a tad. I speak for the weeds, Kappa. Should I disenchant King Mukla? I think it's pretty bad. If it's definitely not played a lot, the original King Mukla. Well, frankly, neither is Tyrant of the Veil, but it actually works perfectly in this deck because the bananas are spells that we cast on our minions, which is really, really good. Thanks for being here while I play XCOM. Well, thanks for you being here. Appreciate it, dude. Every viewer counts. Love you guys. So one thing we're really missing in this deck right now is card draw. We're 28 cards in, but I don't have any card draw, guys. Like 0. What do Paladins run for card draw now is the real question, because we lost the 1 card, the 5-mana card that I used to draw cards in the past. So I don't know what actually is utilized for card draw. Probably stuff like Acolyte in this deck makes sense. Because you can buff it a little bit sometimes and get extra draws. You can use a buff on it, or I just said that. You can use Wild Pyromancer to get some extra draws out of Acolyte with sort of a ping effect. Ivory Knight is sort of a card draw. But that's really it as far as card draw is concerned. But I still like Acolyte. I think it's a good fit in the deck. But that puts me at 30 cards. Look how smooth that curve is until you get to 5. And then there's just a wide, gaping hole. I've never seen a deck like that. I don't know if it's a huge problem. I certainly would like the curve to be a little smoother. What kind of 5-drops here can we perhaps consider to make this work? This is, in fact, a buff that you can cast to activate the Last Kaleidosaur. I don't really like it, though. BGH, fine. Burgley Bully is actually a cool little card, but I don't know that it fits us. Doppelgangster doesn't really work in our deck. We're not hand buffs. Elise was suggested and is undoubtedly a great 5-drop. But I don't know what I'd want to cut for her at this point. I kind of like every card I have, so I'm torn. Like, what here is not important, and everything feels pretty important to me. Ivory Knight, maybe not absolutely vital, but I like the idea of being able to discover more spells. Maybe it's Sunkeeper Tareem that we actually don't need. I'm kind of sad because I want to play him. We could cut a Tareem, though, and play Elise just to give me a 5-drop sort of value play. Harrison would be okay, probably. Stampeding Kodo is actually really good in Paladin, particularly with... Oh, I kind of think Stampeding Kodo might make even more sense than Dino Size and Elise. Like, what if I just ran 2 of these? I don't have Humility, though, right? So it maybe is not as good without Humility. I think I'm still going to run an Elise for card draw, essentially, and maybe 1 Stampeding Kodo. There's a lot of Taunt Warriors with 2 or less attack taunts out there, too. So this card kind of just gets value even without Humility. We have the Aldor, but that's not always consistent. That's an 8-mana combo. Let's see what chat has to say. Turn 5 will just be buffing a lot of stuff, hopefully. Definitely, that's my goal. Loot Order, Divine Favor, Acolyte of Pain are the main card draws for Paladin. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't think Divine Favor is going to work well for us, though, because I suspect we'll often have a lot of cards in hand. But Loot Hoarders would probably be okay. But I think we'll be fine now. I think between Elise and Acolytes, we'll have stuff to get us more resources in the late game. Plus, our curve is fairly smooth, so we shouldn't burn through cards too quickly anyway. Lay on Hands recommends Clashy XD. I thought about that, but I think it's just a tad too slow. In other words, you can't do much else on your turn when you Lay on Hands. Particularly in our deck, we don't have any low-cost minions to play or anything. You can pretty much just hero power. Kiki69 multiple times asks, why do people use Novice Engineer? I get it draws you a card, but if you didn't have it, you would get a better minion, and it doesn't have a good body too. Well, think about when you're on like turn 10, Kiki, and you draw, you know, a 5-mana card. So you play a 5-mana card and you hero power, and you have 3 mana left, right? So you just wasted 3 mana. Now, what happens if you draw Novice Engineer first? You play Novice Engineer, you draw the 5-mana card again, and then you hero power and you have 1 mana left. So you basically got a 1/1 body for free. Like, it's just totally for free. And that's maybe not the most significant thing in the world, but over the course of multiple turns, and in fact multiple games, that really starts to add up and can actually be significant. So it's not something you want to play necessarily on curve on turn 2, but it has its uses. But it's not the best card draw card, obviously. It's only really good, in my mind, in budget decks because it's free. Cut the dino size, everybody's saying. That's exactly what I did. I'm glad chat's on the same page. Sunkeeper's really good. Keep it. Yeah, I think it might be, but I just a little too sensitive to the curve. Azure Drake would be perfect to fill in our 5. We had 2 issues card draw and 5 drops. Azure Drake obviously would have been the perfect answer, but he's gone, so that's sad. Raging Steak asks, how's it going, Regis? It's going really well, man. Can you show your Taunt Warrior? Are you asking me, Suck My Corn, or somebody else in chat? 11 Nax says, hello. Here's the Taunt Warrior I've been playing. I haven't played it in a few days, though, so I think it's probably out of date. I've seen more late-game Taunt Warriors than this one. This one has more card draw and sort of early-game utility kinds of cards. I'm not sure that it holds up right now, but it was very successful for me at the time. So screenshot that if you're looking at it. So, guys, I don't know. I kind of like this list. I sort of think it's done. I'm a little bit hesitant of, first I thought you could use this on minions and it counted as a spell. Obviously, that's not the case. It just, when I read it at first, I was thinking, oh my gosh, maybe that could also be a buff. But we have enough buffs for this Kaleidosaur. We have a nice control shell anyway, just a lot of removal, some big threats. Remember, we don't need like a N'Zoth win condition, I don't think, because we have the quest as our ultimate win condition. So, I mean, we have other things. We can often just win the game on board presence, I'm sure, because we have some big minions, and you know it's going to be very hard to deal with all our stuff. But this is our win condition, so the fact that we're missing everything else is okay, I think. I'm a little worried about keeping up early, but we do have Wild Pyromancer utility. We have full board clears at 4 mana with Wild Pyro equality, and again at 6 with Consecration equality, or vice versa, I should say. Plus just some big minion negation with Eldar Peacekeeper. We've got some power plays with Vorax. We've got a weapon. Like, I think we've got most of the stuff we need. We're only running 6 straight buffs. Spike Ridged, Blessing of Kings, and Divine Strength. So we have exactly enough to activate the Kaleidosaur, but Mukla gives us some extra. Ivory Knight potentially gives us some extra. So I don't think we're going to have to draw through our entire deck every time to activate him. I think we'll be able to do it a little bit sooner some of the time. Maybe we ought to add in one more for consistency's sake, but I don't know. I'm not that worried about it. I kind of like our list. That's kind of my whole point of testing this is what happens if you make the quest a secondary condition instead of making it your primary directive and your main goal. What if it's just kind of in the background and you're playing just control Paladin, but eventually you have Galvadon to win you the game. That's really the ultimate goal. So the fact that we're not actively working towards it all the time is probably okay. I think that's just fine. So I think this is going to be the final version of my quest control Paladin is what we should call it, because it's really just a control deck first and foremost. So that said, yeah, let's test it. Let's see how it goes. I have no idea how it's going to work. When your Galvadon gets Potion of Polymorph, feels bad, man. Yeah, I bet, dude. Can you try Crypt's Taunt N'Zoth Warrior? That sounds pretty cool, actually. I might look into that and see if it's a good deck spotlight deck for a YouTube video. Because I think that could be pretty well. I don't think you can target Forbidden Healing, Dark Cody. So I don't think it will work for the quest, right? I think it only works on your hero. It doesn't seem to target, as far as I can tell. Does Vorax count twice when you use it for the quest? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know that interaction. I don't think it does, but maybe it does. We'll see, maybe. I'm not sure. My guess is that the minion is what's actually casting the spell, so there's some weird, condition that essentially means it doesn't work. I wasn't really watching his mulligan here, but he left what looks like the quest card, so I think he's probably taunt. Not the best hand, not the spiciest early game hand here, but we'll be alright. This is probably a rare sight. He hasn't seen anyone do this in a very long time. Nobody's playing this, so. You guys like my invisible Diet Mountain Dew, by the way? I always think it's funny. Yep, Quest Warrior. As expected. Dudes are fine. We're going to sit down an army of dudes throughout the course of this game. Glad we have at least something to do on 5. This is unlikely to be relevant. God, play Dirty Rat. Oh, play Dirty Rat and get my Tyrion. Please, sir. Dirty Rat on 2. It's usually a fine play. He doesn't know my deck, though, so he might think I'm way more aggressive and he can risk it and, burn a Battlecry card or something. Elise actually probably wouldn't be too bad if he Dirty Ratted it. We'd lose the Battlecry, but it'd just be so many stats on the board early, we'd be able to trade into the Dirty Rat and stuff. He's just going to Stonehill, looks like. Oh, just went ahead and coined the Ravaging Ghoul. Interesting. I think I'm going to go ahead and Aldor. Thinking through the Taunt Warrior list, they don't usually run any really high attack minions. Most of the taunts are 3 or less attack. Even the big Primordial Drake is 4 attack. So just getting this on the board and meaning it could mean I get a free Blessing of Kings out because I have a minion alive. There's a lot of buffs I could use on it, and this basically sets up the trade. It dies to Fiery War Axe, which sucks. But I don't know. I think it's fine. I'm trying to think if there's any really, really big threats that Taunt Warrior runs that I need to Aldor. Just nothing is coming to mind. So he didn't develop the Axe. Acolyte probably feels good on this board unless I get some kind of monster buff. The Vorax, I don't have anything to do with it. I'm just going to hold it for now. We'll make this trade just in case it sets up the Acolyte for the kill, right? He can trade back both into this, and I won't get to use the Acolyte, but that's okay if we take out 2 minions for 1. So he was holding the Axe. He just wanted to play on curve. It's a little sad for my Acolyte, but we got Elise on 5. Should look okay. I don't think this card's going to be very relevant unless we get an equality to go with it. 2 health is just not something any of these warrior minions are actually going to have. And sure, we'll just play on curve here. It's totally fine. Vorax into Spike Ridged Steed is insane, by the way. If we get to turn 10, that is a nutty kind of play. Biggest taunt is usually Tar Lord if they run it. I'm not sure how the interaction with Aldor and the Tar minions work, though. Wouldn't he essentially just go right back to 5 attack again? Add the Vorax to this deck after I'm interested in the mechanic now. Vorax is in this deck already, but... Could we just go ahead and Elise this? I mean, it becomes a 7-11. It trades in efficiently. It's very susceptible to execute to some extent, but I don't know. I guess we could just Ivory Knight and trade. There's really nothing wrong with that play. And we can save this combo for later. Let's just play it straight here, essentially. Also, we could just guarantee the kill here with Blessing of Might. It activates the quest. We have enough cards in hand and enough good... Oh, well, I can't use it yet, but it's still a nice little buff here to get through some of these bigger taunts. This is not going to trade into many of his taunts, so this will allow the kill here. Actually, a pretty efficient trade at that. Oh, or Consecration feels good too. Now that I think about it, ugh, we'll save this for later. It's good. I think this is going to be my best Consecration turn ever. The question is, do I want to go ahead and Aldor just to save some health on this? And I think I will once again, just to save some health on my 4/4 essentially. I don't think we're ever going to get a better Consecration with that, except with Equality perhaps. But we're ahead on the board, so I feel okay. We can do 10 damage next turn to whatever he plays. Can kill some stuff with this outright. Save or Vorax, everybody says. I kind of agree. On a scale from 1 to 10, how good do you think Disguised Toast is? Now, in what ways do you mean good? Like as a content creator or as a Hearthstone player? And what's a good player? Like what is Savitz? Like what is Pavel? What is Firebat? Like where are they at on the scale? Is Firebat a 10? If that's the case, well, if Firebat's a 10, like what am I? A 6? A 7? Like what's a regular Legend player? I don't know. I don't know what your scale is, so it's hard to say exactly. If this only worked on 3 attack minions, jeez. I guess I can't ever really feel too bad about just throwing down Tyrion here. Tyrion on 8 is usually pretty okay. Could have killed that thing, but it wouldn't have been able to play Tyrion, so just hold for now. He might have to hit face to pop the shield. I don't think a shield slam is going to be likely. It's possible if he shield blocks into armor up into shield slam to preserve his minion. I think Tyrion's likely to get some very, very good value here. But anyway, as far as Disguised Toast is concerned, I mean, he's a fantastic content creator. Obviously, he's made some really cool educational videos in the past, which are great. I like his memeing attitude a little bit. So for the Slam, Ravaging Ghoul, Execute. Actually not that bad for me. We get a solid weapon developed. He put a lot of resources actually into this turn. Do we just want to go ahead and Vorax Blessing of Kings, guys? I know that the Spike Ridge does a lot of value, but I don't think he's going to be able to kill this anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. This is a sick turn. We're going to go ahead and Blessing of Might, too. Just to summon a really annoying 1 health minion. Because he's used both Ravaging Ghouls. I mean, he can Primordial Drake. But that would still leave the 10 attack guy up. So we'd get a good trade into Primordial Drake, basically. He can't King Mosh yet. Very effectively. So I think we'll be fine. And if Vorax lives, the Spike Ridge Steed is still going to be insane. Does he have the other Execute in hand? Don't tell me he has the other Execute in hand. That made me pretty salty, actually. This is just... Look how crazy this is. I've never even seen this plant. That's awesome. Looks like a little alien. That's cool. It looks exactly like a little alien. I know he doesn't have the Execute. You don't have the Execute. You just use it on Tyrion, bro. Sick. We're in a good spot. He'll probably trade into the 4/1 here, as he should. And we're just going to go nuts with Spike Ridge Steed, I suppose. Okay. It's a pretty good turn. And it looks like we have to trade in this way. I don't want to lose my weapon, so we'll just Hero Power. He can Brawl. He's got Brawl, but we're going to get 2 minions back when he does. This is pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. Firebat's a 10 for sure. 9 is Legend, 10 is Regis level. No, I'm not that good. I get by, but as far as like actual raw skill is concerned, let's see, what's everybody saying? We can buff him more. Yeah, I wish the Vorax had lived there. Did this win the brawl? Seriously? I didn't even watch. That's some pretty bad luck. I should have maybe not hero powered actually just to make the brawl a little better. It's going to enable me to trade in here, which is nice, but I guess we'll just Spike Ridge Steed another one of these giant dudes here. We could do it on the low guy, but I don't think so. I think this is fine. I'll just go ahead and develop this weapon instead of playing a guy. We're going to be real close to lethal next turn, so it's actually, we'll probably have it, since he's likely only going to armor up for 2. He'll play a taunt, I guess, so probably not, actually, now that I think about it. So we're still in a decent spot here. We got a lot of minions coming out. What's our quest at? 4 out of 6. We're not there yet. A Mukla would be a sick draw at this point, honestly. So he's only ever going up. That's his max health total now. That was the best one for him, sadly. Is this lethal? No, not quite. This doesn't interact with that minion, sadly. So I think I can Consecration and use my weapon to clear Blessing of Kings, the big guy, and be real close to lethal, I suspect. I think we're just a couple off, essentially. And there's actually a chance that hero powering is a mistake here if he plays Brawl. But he's likely to play his own minion anyway, so there's a chance we lose the Brawl. Plus we get the 2/6 back anyway. And it actually has a chance to eat a Sulfuros too, so I think it's on average better to play the minion here, even though there are some potential downsides. Playing around King Mahash, this is where it gets fun. Regis is salty. No. That Brawl, though, shouldn't hero powered. Yeah, I mentioned that. I don't know that it was actually wrong to hero power, but sweet guys. So we just beat the best deck in the game, I think. That's pretty fun. I'm not saying that means the deck is awesome. Obviously, there's one game does not a data set make, and we're at 493 wins, by the way, for Paladin. So getting kind of close there to 500. Regis, I thought I heard you say you were from the Midwest. I'm guessing Ohio. Well, if it helps at all, I would consider Ohio the East. So, I don't consider Ohio West at all. It's very nearly the East side. It's almost coastally East to me. So, good guess, I guess, but no, sir. Stegadon riding a Stegadon. Yeah, we had Stegadons on Stegadons on Stegadons, guys. So this is a hunter. It actually might be a little risky to keep the quest here. Honestly, we might need to get out a little faster than that. This might be an instance where we just mulligan it and play for early game minion value and board clears and stuff. So I think I will, because, you know, like I said, we only have 6 buffs total, so this is never going to get activated for us. We can just draw an extra card here and maybe have a better chance of competing against this guy. These are okay cards. Equality is going to need some friend to be good, but we have some pieces. Waving at Fat's right. Oh, by the way, guys, I should definitely put up the deck list. I didn't do that, though. I didn't do that. So that's why I suck. But remind me after this. Oh, yeah, Dark Cody just called me out on it. Yeah, Real Law is looking for the deck list. I'm sorry, it's not up. I don't have that command even activated, but I'll put it up next game. I'm so sorry. So, RegisKillbin, what rank would you call myself? Or like, oh, bad, passable, okay, good, and pro. You mean what numbers would I associate to that? I mean, pro would be 9, good would be 7, okay would be 5, passable would be 3, and bad would be 1, I guess. if I'm going through that exercise. I'm actually just going to coin the Acolyte here. It lines up pretty well. It gets burned by Eaglehorn Bow, which the last time I said that, that's exactly what they had. But it's just not super likely, and there's a chance it's so rewarding. And the Wicker Flame isn't really helpful yet because we don't need that much heal. But we need to coin out a 3-drop because we only have 3-drops right now. We don't have a 4-drop either, but we have a chance to get one because there's quite a few. And if this works in particular, at the very least, it's going to draw me 1 card. So we have more of a likelihood to draw into a 3-drop. That's Eaglehorn. No, sweet, cool. Ooh, that's actually pretty intriguing. I don't get to do much with it, unfortunately. I think I'll trade into the Fiery Bat instead of the Rat Pack. Although, shoot, if he hits the Houndmaster on the Rat Pack, it's going to suck. So actually, I think I have to kill the Rat Pack just for value at this point. This will be at 3 health, so it's still going to trade into the board fairly well. And we might hit a 2-drop here that would help. Or Tyrion, you know, whatever. But our board actually contests his fairly well. I wish we had a Consecration as sort of a backup plan, but we don't. He can still hit the Houndmaster right and get a lot of value here by making a trade. Oh, Lord. Or that. I'm going to need a Wild Pyromancer, I think, here. Oh, that's actually really important that it hit my face. Because that means, well, honestly, maybe not, because it gets a bigger buff. Oh, Aldor is good. It's not perfect, but it saves me for a little while. True Silver doesn't help yet. If I Aldor it, it's going to go up to 3 next turn when the rat dies. So I'm a little bit worried because then I can't Kodo it right. I still can't True Silver it necessarily. I could trade both in, but it's starting to get nasty. I'm almost thinking about just playing this Wicker Flame and hoping to God that he doesn't have a way to get through it other than using the big guy. And this is just sort of a stall mechanic until I can maybe make an equality work, or I don't know. I think that's just too risky, though, because if he gets like 10 or 12 damage to my face, I'm basically going to lose the game. So I think I have to try this and hope it sticks. He'll trade in, probably just to buff this again, even if it's a bad trade. But I might draw a Wild Pyro, I might draw a Consecration. I can find ways to get out of this mess fairly soon, I suspect. Hey, Regis says Ronan TJE. Well, hello, man. We're up to 50 viewers, guys. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. That's actually more annoying. I can Kodo it, but this goes up again, and it just gets nastier and nastier. I could equality Wicker Flame, but if that lives, like, I'm just in trouble. I'm actually going to have to kill that, unfortunately, and I can piece this. I can deal with this with equality eventually, right? It's just I can't let the charge is actually more threatening than anything else at this point. So let's just Kodo. I really need to draw into Pyro or Consecration. Either one would be fine. Ugh. I can True Silver it now, but then I leave so much damage on the board. Like, how scary is that? Like, True Silver Hero Power is such a weak turn. I have to do it, though. Like, there's no other play, I don't think. We get to Tyrion soon, we get to Rag soon, so we might be able to heal our way out of this. It's just, it doesn't look like it. We'll play this guy in case the equality helps it kill the Savannah Highmane, because he's not going to make that trade. This will probably stick on the board. If I'm not just outright dead, like, double kill command kills me. Oh my god. Ugh. That's nasty. That is a nasty play. I suppose I can Wicker Flame. Can equality Wicker Flame? That's actually not that great, because the Highmane is bringing back so many minions. So in other words, it dying faster just means there's more pressure coming faster. If the Wicker Flame sticks and requires 2 attacks, then there's a chance we can sort of dismantle the board a little bit. slower and still be fine. So I think right now my line is Wicker Flame, Forbidden Healing. And just hoping to God that this absorbs both high mains. I know that seems sort of bad, but I think it's going to put me in the best position to win the game long term. I mean, clearly there's a chance he just Unleash the Hound's Eaglehorn Bow and pops me for 12, which is going to suck, but I think I got to go to my outs here. I think we're losing so badly that trying to do it any other way is going to be too problematic. Wind Fury would be real bad, real bad. I don't think he got it because I think he would have snap picked it. I don't care about the health. We got equality. That's fine. I think this means he's... Oh, no! Described my worst nightmare, and it came true. Oh, man. Exactly what I said shouldn't happen happens. At least he didn't get Wind Fury. Like, we can still maybe get out of this if we draw the right card, which we didn't. Where? Where is Wild Pyromancer? Or Consecration? Either one would put me in a great spot. So as it stands now, I just don't know how to live. I can Spike Ridge Steed, I can Tyrion, I can Rag. Rag takes me to 16 though, and he's got 12, 15, 17. He's got 21 damage on board. Equality doesn't help without any of those other pieces I talked about. I could go to 24 and theoretically live for a turn, but how does that really help me in the scheme of things? I could take some damage off the board with Equality into Forbidden Healing, but I just don't see an out. I mean, maybe if I play this and pick a 10 mana card or an 8 mana card or something. Holy Light heals for 8, but this also heals for 8, so I don't... I'm still just dead to the board, right? This might actually keep me alive. I don't know. It was a bad play, but there were no good plays, so I don't feel too bad. Oh, okay, guys. I'm sorry. I'm way behind. Oh, I'm so far behind on chat. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I got enthralled with this game. I think I'm dead, right? That was enough extra damage. I think he had 20 showing. Yeah, exactly lethal. Yeah, sorry. I did not understand the question. I didn't understand the question. I thought you guys meant on the scale of 1 to 10. I'm so sorry. I got this backwards. It's arbitrary to say somebody's good or bad on as far as ranks of the game are concerned. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on the perspective. Sometimes rank 10 players are really good, right? Like, what's passable mean? It's a game that's designed to be fun. It just depends on your goals. If you want to have fun, rank 25 is good. If you want to get a better chest at the end of the month, rank 10 is good. If you want to be a competitive tournament player, you got to be top 50. Legend, right? Like, there's just different degrees. I'm not going to say somebody's bad because they're ranked 10. I mean, that's arbitrary. They might be worse than me or worse than other people. It might be better than me and just don't have the time. There's no... It's a silly thing for me to try to say that. Hey, Regis says, iBody Kids. Well, hello again, man. I think you chimed in on Hearthstone chat here, too. So happy to have you. Hey, Regis, can you Decksperiment a standard Dragon Priest? Played it today. Surprisingly good. Aren't there some good lists out there already waving it fat? I feel like I've seen some lists popping up. Is this the same guy? No. I think we got to take the same kinds of lines last time passing on the quest here. Equality seemed so promising before, and I forgot the deck list. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. How much rank can Midrange Hunter maximum to climb, guys? Asks Dragonborn. Midrange Hunter's good enough to go to Legend. No doubt about it. You're currently the 67th most watched Hearthstone streamer right now. That's awesome, dude. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that sounds cool to me. I'm happy to have 5 people, and there's almost 50 here, so that's just incredible. Hey, Regis, what a wonderful day. Yeah, actually, it was beautiful here today. I spent the day out with a girlfriend today. I'm actually probably going to post a picture on Twitter later to show you a couple of the things I did with the girlfriend just hanging out today. A lot of people don't. I think a lot of people think I don't actually have a girlfriend, and other people are curious probably what she looks like, even though she has shown up on YouTube before. But I think it's time. Steely Brand says, Regis, I need help with my priest. Kazakis, Raza, oh, whoops, gotta hit the intern button. Unchained deck, do you have any really solid low-level dragon that would activate my Dragon Agent? I'm having a tough time replacing Azur. Man, I don't know, a lot of the dragons you're missing. Are you running like fairy dragons and stuff just to get like everybody you can? I don't know enough about Dragon Priest right now to say. What does bottom right mean, guys? What is that? A couple people said bottom right, but I don't know what that means, guys. I'm sorry. Women. Hey Regis, thanks for your hunter deck. I'm from 25 rank 19. Now I need to upgrade some card for better deck. Yeah, definitely, dude. Is that a grill? I don't. You guys are getting me now. The curse about Regis forgetting the deck tracker continues. Oh, bottom right means concede. Oh, yes. I don't actually concede, guys, but yeah, that game was definitely a concede game. Twilight Drake is a good dragon and dragon priest, so is Fairy Dragon. Yeah, those sound like great recommendations. They're from Waving It Fat. Oh my goodness! Consecration value? Not really, though, because this 2/5 is sort of annoying. We might just hold for equality consecration, but I'd love to see a 4-mana play. We do have 2 consecrations, though, so perhaps we just burn this one to save some health. This is essentially kind of a 5 health heal, right? Not to mention a board clear to some extent, or a board adjustment. Not a clear, but an adjustment. This hand is just super awkward. We don't have any of the stuff we care about. But yeah, I'll throw one away. It might bait him into thinking we don't have the second, even though we actually do. And force him to make some suboptimal plays. I don't love keeping a beast up because this is like Houndmaster Central treat right here. It's going to be a Chillwind Yeti soon on turn 4. But what can I do? No other play yet. I can't equality yet. So this mid-range hunter, they apply some good pressure. Just too much stuff. Too much honor to concede. That's absolutely right. Japanese is Kilbin. Yep. No Sudoku committed here, as they say. Yeah, so this second consecration, I mean, I think I go for it, right? Like, this thing's still alive again, but nothing else feels good. The equality will be dead, but I'll be dead if I don't deal with this. He's got 10 damage showing already, so let's just go for it. He rolled Huffer twice, by the way. Perfect Huffers every time. The Ivory Knight will get me back in the game some, I think, if I just have to pick a big draw to heal. Whoa! Whoa! He just keeps loading up. This is like Face Hunter. Is he running South Sea Deckhand without patches? Why is there no patches on the board? He didn't play patches yet, did he? I don't remember it. Yeah, we'll have to take the heal here. Divine Strength's actually a great card, but this is just too much heal to pass up. It's really, really good. I think that actually puts me ahead in the game now. We have so much health left and more coming. Like, so much more health on the way. We can trade. Why did we consecrate, guys? Oh my, that's just insane. That is actually crazy. So he baited me into consecrating, I guess, in the oh, no! That's the worst! Am I gonna die? He has 10, 12, 14 damage right now. Are you serious? I cannot believe this. We got all 1 mana heals. I have to kill one of the dudes that's not this guy, because the 1 damage might actually be what kills me here. I have to do this to stay alive, and it may not even be enough. We're probably dead. Oh, I didn't have any mana. Why didn't that heal me? Oh, because I cast the Blessing of Wisdom. Oh, I'm dead to the board. Oh, I thought I had a mana left, but I forgot I cast the Blessing. Oh, that's a mistake. We were probably dead anyway, but that was obviously a mistake. I thought I was healing for 2. Thought that might put me out of range. We could maybe... Well, we actually didn't have a heal left, so it didn't matter. We had a chance of drawing Forbidden Healing, I think. Anyway, we bummed that one up. That was a fumble. No mana, no heal. Yeah, guys, I see. I think I covered that. Oh, he played patches to kill the first one. Oh, okay, I see. I didn't watch that. Clearly, I was reading, not playing too much. Yeah, the 2 offers actually probably hurt us quite a bit in that game. Just because they were so fast. It was nice that we could consecrate them, but it turns out we need a consecration to deal with a random 8/2 Saber-tooth Tiger dude, which sucks. This is Paladin. I don't know what he's gonna be. Probably like mid-range or control. I kind of want to just keep these 2 cards. And maybe get the quest rolling. I guess we'll see. So clearly we've got some weaknesses against Hunter, but... Deck list! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I need to put a post-it note like right in the middle of the screen for deck list, guys. I just never even think about it. Just never think about it. No, I don't cut out misplays out of the YouTube vids. No, anybody who's watched my YouTube long enough knows that once I start recording for YouTube videos, it's all fair game. Misplays, embarrassing moments, 4 straight losses, it doesn't matter. I have no shame when it comes to that. I just don't have the time to be that selective with content. If it's an hour spent, it's got to go up. It sucks sometimes because like I'll win 5 straight games at something testing it, and then I'll give it a go in the video, like the same deck, and it'll lose 4 straight times in the video, which is unfortunate. It's never the best picture of a deck, but it's just how variance works. So sometimes it's just annoying. If you tried a more aggro variant, more buffs, etc., faster Galvadon, no, we haven't. The point here is to actually test the opposite of that. I want to test this guy running the same deck as me. Not quite. I want to test a control version. I think most people have tested a more aggro variant. I think that was the most obvious design to some extent with the new minions and everything that fit it. But I want to try something different. I don't really know what to do here. I think I have to save the Aldor because I don't know what this guy's about. And I think this is a fine thing to use my weapon on, honestly. That's fine. I don't mind. It's not Tyrion. I'm okay with that. Hopefully he plays something for the Kodo this turn. We'll see. Yep, he is drunk. No, not quite. Make sure that everyone yells deck list when the game is almost over. Yeah, say it before the game is over. That's right. That's how you get me. This hand is pretty trash. This is a cool combo, but we just don't have anything to do right now. No buffs, nothing. I don't want to play the Acolyte out to just die to the weapon for free. That doesn't feel very good. That's a fine thing for me to kill. Hopefully I get a play, though. Like Elise would be solid. Muklo would be really good. Those would be my 2 best drops, probably. Whoa! Whoa, he's using that True Silver on my 1/1. He's scared of the buffs, which he probably should be. Little does he know, we don't run buffs. we're the one quest Paladin deck that doesn't run any buffs. Why are you playing around buffs for, bro? It's pretty funny. You should use the Vicious Velociraptor one. I don't know what that means. Is that a card? Oh, he means Vicious Fledgling. Yes, yes. I think that's a bird, not a raptor, isn't it? Well, if I've ever seen a convenient top deck, I think that this is it. I mean, my God. It's like it was dropped in from the heavens on high. From RNGesus himself said, "Here you go." This guy just summoned 5 dudes. Here's Consecration. I wonder if he's some sort of Silverhand Recruit buff style deck. Maybe I'll regret that. Maybe I needed to save that. Who knows? I don't think that's worth my combo here, is it? I don't think it is. Hopefully we get a useful card. And unfortunately we haven't. I think I can use The Divine Strength on the Acolyte, maybe. It goes to 5 health, so it kind of lives to both of these. It's not my favorite play ever, but we just don't have any good plays right now, so. It might get Kodo'd, which would suck. I don't know if he runs Kodo. It's an old school Paladin thing. I don't know if this deck has it. But there's 3 other dudes that could take the Kodo. You could trade into 2, so maybe it's a 50-50, even if that's a thing, and I don't think it's a thing. So I'm hoping the Acolyte draws at least a couple cards here. And if he does play something, we might just use the Aldor to generate card draw off the Acolyte, like turn this into a 1 health guy and save it at 4 or something, you know, we'll have to see. Clashy XD asks, apropos RNGesus, can you bless my next pack? Got so far in 58, only 1 legend. Wow, dude, 58 packs and 1 legend. That is very unlucky. You sound like you need a blessing, so Clashy XD, your packs have hereby been blessed in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Brood. Good luck, dude. That is not something I expected to see. Blessing of Kings, huh? Cool. Well, we can Aldor it still. I mean, unfortunately, we can't Aldor and guarantee the Kodo sticks, though. But we can just maybe buff one of our guys, clear the board, leave this as a 1/6, basically. Maybe get it later. An 8 attack minion is definitely an Aldor target here. So, we'll just buff one of these dudes to sort of split the stats as much as we can. Trade in here. I think this is a fine board. I just don't love my hand still. A lot of healing when we need more pressure and we need more reactionary cards. We're not going to be... This is not a heal matchup, I don't think. Does this work on minions, guys? I actually don't know. I don't think it's targeted. And I'm scared to, like, click it to test it. Does anybody know for sure? I've never used it on a minion, so if it is a minion thing, I'm just not aware of it, I guess. We can actually just Kodo the Doomsayer. Is that worth it? I don't know if that's worth it. I guess it is, otherwise we're going to be behind on the board. I just want to use this combo, but we don't have to. It's fine. We can just trade in Kodo. Won't go too ham. This does not have a targeting reticle. I don't think I... Oh, it does! It does! Oh, we can use this! On minions to activate our buff. Oh my god, I didn't even know. I didn't even know. The synergies are unreal. I thought it was the opposite. I said it was wrong. It turns out I was originally right and secondarily wrong. Regis, you look like Ben Brode. Wait, are you? I wish, dude. I wish I'd designed Hearthstone. The game would be a lot worse, but it'd sure be fun for me. Regis, you think it's worth it to craft Kalamos? If not, please say another legendary. Ask Miss Caspta. I do think it's worth it to craft Kalamos, yeah. And I do have a far superior beard to Ben Brode. It is targeted, can be used on minions. Yep, you guys nailed it. You just made Regis's day. Love the beard compliments, yes. I'm probably gonna have to trim it a little soon. It's getting a little long for me. Maybe another week or two. Need a haircut too, so might do it all at once. Might come back looking like a beautiful new fresh RegisKillbin. Okay, so that's a nice play here, but not yet. I'm a little hesitant to go super wide into this board, just given the potential for an equality consecration clear. So I don't really think I'm going to develop like a rag here, for instance. So the question is, how do I want to trade into this board? I don't want to put this down to 4 health to enable his weapon, so I think I want to kind of like trade here, kill this off, maybe trade here. It obviously wastes some damage, but it plays around more stuff, and I think that's important. Might as well play one dude. It doesn't hurt to play a dude. He has a lot of cards in hand, guys. What's going to happen here? I don't know what this dude's game is. I don't know what his deal is. I'm real scared, though. That's not even his real Tyrion. And you know that's Getaway Kodo. You know it is. Or like Redemption or something, right? Like, gosh. I'm just going to trade into it legitimately here. See what we get. I don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, it could be anything. He wasted a charge on his weapon, basically, but... Getaway Kodo. Yeah, Getaway Kodo is actually worse than Redemption. I'll go ahead and... Rag doesn't really do much. I guess I can still play Rag to make sure I can kill the Tyrion again. Rag might also deny the weapon here if it heals my minion instead of my face. Yeah, never lucky. Whatever. If anyone says Regis's beard isn't majestic, you're wrong. I tend to agree, man. I tend to agree. Regis, I'm about to open one pack. Bless it. Well, that seems a little bit like a waste, but I will indeed bless your single pack waving it fat. RNGesus has hereby granted you some good luck, man. So get out there and go for it. That's an interesting line. His board is better than mine. I mean, he gets tempo, right, if I pass this up. But, I could just throw an Ivory Knight to die to draw a card, right? I'm not going to be able to deal with this guy. I could, technically, with Equality. But I don't think that's worth it, is it? Maybe it is. I can develop an Ivory Knight alongside it and a minion. Can just Equality trade. I keep the Rag alive at least for another turn. Doesn't heal anything, but it dies to this guy too, or the weapon or whatever. But if I use both Equalities or if I use another Equality, no, I haven't used an Equality yet. I just used the Consecration. I think I'm gonna do it. Just to make sure I maintain the board. This could be a fatigue game, so I'm actually going to take Avenging Wrath. I know it seems weird, but... I actually don't want to draw too many cards. I think this game's going to go the long run, and I don't need to heal, so the cards could actually be pretty penalizing. So I think we'll get a Tyrion here. Just Tyrion Hero Power looks like the best play. Acolyte of Pain. Interesting. Whoa. He's going the other route. He doesn't care. He wants to draw cards. I feel like that could be a mistake. I might just Avenging Wrath and go ham. Oh, but I need to play Elise. Shoot. Yeah, I'm probably just going to Elise Hero Power even though it dies to the weapon. I don't know, though. Avenging Wrath puts him on 8 cards. He has 10 left in deck. Clears the board, but I can't do anything else. I could develop a Vorax, but it dies to the weapon, right? So that doesn't help. I guess Elise is actually still just the best play. We can still Avenging Wrath later. I'm scared about that Tyrion that's coming down. He has 2 more Tyrions, guys, that we have to deal with. That's so much stupidly good value, right? I don't know. I don't know if we can win this one, but... Regis, the one, the only guy with the most powerful beard in the world. That's awesome. Player on Solemn Vigil, Regis. Yeah, Solemn Vigil left. That's the card I wanted to add to my deck, but we don't have it. Yeah, how did the pack go, man? You tease us with your single pack, and then you didn't tell us the results. Like, come on now. We need to hear. One rare, 4 commons is my guess, definitely. Gotta complete my quest first. Give me a minute. Well, you don't even have the pack yet, and you asked me to bless it? Like, I don't know how that works. I'm not sure RNGesus flies that way, man. He might need to see the pack existing before you ask for the blessing. I don't know. He's down to 9. I wish I could just kill him. Is there a way to just kill this guy? What was the mistake? Oh, I think he might have played his secret. I'm going to just Avenging Wrath the board, guys. It's going to kill both of these and pop the shield. We can maybe just Aldor Peacekeeper the Tyrion after that. I don't really see a much better line. We're 3 cards ahead now. Oh yeah, he wanted a Tyrion, but we gave him an Aldor Peacekeeper instead, I think, based on the order of operations. It died first, although technically they seem to kind of die at the same time, so I don't know. Not a Tyrion at the very least, is the good thing. This guy's really low. Like, I wish I could figure out a way to kill this dude. I'm actually glad it didn't heal the Tyrion despite them being really low, because I think I can just... man, maybe I now regret that. I think I can just Mukla to set up a trade here. It also puts me a little closer to my quest. I can take this to 4. Although... Oh, that would make Vorax good later, too, or at least better. But Mukla hero power feels solid enough. I know that the Rag gets to trade into the Mukla, but we have an equality now, and we have 2 Wild Pyros left in the deck. So we have some like catch-up mechanics here to some extent. This is going to give him the weapon, but I don't think he'll use the weapon to kill the Mukla. I think he'll have to trade with the Rag. I think he's too scared of his life. He has 10 cards in hand, though. Like, what is going on? Congratulations, Regis. You blessed something that does not exist. That's exactly how I feel. Regis, how have you become the prophet of RNGesus? Your luck is incredible. Asks Pygmy Sloth. Well, I have to say, I think it's because for basically like a year and a half of Hearthstone, I was perpetually the most unlucky person in history. Just never, ever got anything good happening to me in games. I never got any good pack luck. Like, just everything went wrong. But yet I persisted, right? Like, I still continued to play the game. So I think, essentially, Quality Consecration is not good with the Divine Shield on Tyrion, guys. It's 14... plus 5 is 19. He has 20 damage on board. Can I just Ivory Knight and try to do something to pop this darn Divine Shield somehow? Did I actually put Wild Pyromancers in the deck? I feel like I've never seen them. Don't we have some? It would be such a good turn with Wild Pyromancer. I think I can just Ivory Knight and wait a turn. Maybe I get like another Consecration. Avenging Wrath, Redemption doesn't help. Avenging Wrath, Equality Avenging Wrath is going to be a great play next turn, so we'll take that. Should be fine. I'm not close to Galvadon just yet, but we could actually activate Galvadon now, I think, if we wanted. 0 mana Forbidden Healings and a 1 mana Banana. We could have activated the quest now, but I want to save those Forbidden Healings. I think I need them for myself. So yeah, I think just, you know, trial through fire, basically, of bad luck earned me the right to become the prophet of RNGesus. I think this has to be I think Equality Avenging Wrath is most likely going to be a full board clear. Could also just Pyro Equality here and save the Avenging Wrath for damage later. Could actually Quality Pyro Banana is probably the line. Or Forbidden Healing, even. So we've almost made it through all the... Almost made it through all the Tyrions. Just play a guy here. This is actually a pretty big damage burst if we stick some stuff on the board and he doesn't. We're in a position to get close. So once again, we could have actually gotten the Galvadon activated. I think I will soon if we stabilize the board here. Well, I guess I should have known that was coming, right? I guess I should have known. I don't know why I didn't think that was a possibility. Did I use both equalities already? It's 18, 23, 28 damage here. We can actually heal through this. Maybe. I don't think Galvadon helps me now. Actually, he could, right? If I give him Taunt, But I can't activate him and have 5 mana left is the problem. Oh. I think I'm just cooked, guys. There's no way this hits enough to... just dead. There's no way out. This has to kill a Tyrion somehow. And it won't. Six Tyrions! 6 Tyrions! He runs 1 Death Rattle minion. Shiba Cat, thank you, dude. I got it. You're good, dude. I literally appreciate you doing that. I'm not complaining that you're spamming it. That's probably what it takes. So let's get the deck list going. I guess I should have known that was coming, but... And save the equality. I just wasn't thinking about it. You know, he only showed 1 Death Rattle minion, so N'Zoth was not the first thing that came to mind. Even though he had so many Tyrions, he signaled it by running all the extra getaway Kodo stuff, but still, it just wasn't what came to mind. I wonder if you guys are seeing this pink screen yet. No, you're not. Okay. So that's really sad. The 6 Tyrion game, I gotta be honest, that was pretty hard to work around. Guys, I think I have a little bit of a sunburn looking at the screen right now. Does my face look red? I was outside today and I'm very pale, so wouldn't be too surprised. Alright, so now I've got it loaded up. I'm gonna go into play mode and then start the overlay here for the deck tracker, guys. It's gonna be pink for a second, just always is, I know. Don't freak out. Boom! Deck! Yes! Succeeded! So good! Warrior, I definitely keep the quest here and we'll play for Galvadon. Maybe we should have went for Galvadon that game a little bit faster. I don't know. No more than normal, Regis. Do I normally look a little red? I do have red skin. Can't lose stars at this rank. That's exactly right. I am happily camped out at 5 while testing both experiments like this one of decks that probably aren't all that good, and also testing budget decks. So I'm probably not going to get out of 5 until I finish my budget decks in particular, which is going to be a while. So I may not hit Legend this month at all, because I'll be stuck here for a while. Which is fine. I don't need to hit Legend every month. I don't care. For a long time I didn't. For like 6 to 8 months I didn't even hit it, I don't think. Because I didn't have enough time. But I did it last month, which was fun. It was good to just try again and see if I still had it, basically. Yeah, Wicker Flame's okay. He can pop the Divine Shield sort of for free, but then we'll be able to kill it the following turn. And if he doesn't, Divine Strength gets pretty good, actually, with Wicker Flame. I don't need to trade in here. The hero power on this makes me pretty nervous, although I have to say our dudes are pretty good at absorbing shots from the hero power. He might Fire War Access, looks like. No, okay. So we still can't quite kill this with Divine Strength. I might just coin out the Elise here. Developing the Vorax, it's actually sort of likely to live, but I don't have a Blessing of King or anything to take advantage of it right now. So, where were our Blessing of Kings last game, too? We just didn't get one. I think coining out the Elise is fine. We can save the Vorax for the Spike Ridge Steed again. That was a really nice line. Rank 6 player concede to help him reach rank 5. That's exactly right. I need help getting to rank 5 sometimes, no doubt. This month, actually, oh, okay. I don't mind. Whatever. Blessing of Kings, God. Let there be a God. No. No! Still a good line. Is Consecration going to give me the most damage here, or does that actually line up fairly poorly with the board? I think it lines up fairly poorly. We can cast Divine Strength on Vorax. Trade Elise into one of these, use our weapon and the minion to trade into the other. Maybe keep Dirty Rat alive. Actually, we could kill Dirty Rat too, but we'd leave ourselves with a pretty weak Vorax, not protected by a taunt. Which I don't know that that's good. I guess it's really not that different, because you'd be able to use the Dirty Rat to kill the Vorax anyway, right? So... yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and kill it. This leaves it exposed to Fire Vorax, but it also makes Brawl a little less good. He'll probably just Fire Vorax this, is my guess. Which is okay. We got some value. We didn't want to play it. He pulled it out. He kind of ruined our day. Well, Sleep with the Fishes is a good answer, too. Spike Ridge is feeling pretty good here still. I mean, obviously it would have been amazing on the... oh my gosh. Turn late, bro. Turn late, Blessing of Kings. This could have been a 5-5, and Vorax could still be alive. I think we'll play this because it's on curve, right? And it still applies a lot of pressure. This might be an execute target for him. If so, we can just Blessing of Kings the guy that comes out. We'll hold everything else. I wish we had more cards, but... my cat just ate a moth. Well... that's awesome, dude. Thanks for the update. I don't have any pets, so I don't get to enjoy that fun stuff. No pets for Regis right now. I guess I should say I have some pets back home in parents' house and stuff, but none these days. If I Blessing of Kings this, is it just playing way too much into execute? Like, it's putting all of my resources on one minion. I think it's better to just trade and use the weapon, and maybe even Blessing of Kings the guy I play. Or maybe just develop another weapon, actually. We can always Blessing of Kings next turn. So I'll just develop another weapon. I need more pressure than I've got right now. I need to draw into some bigger dudes. This is a pretty clunky hand. The Wild Pyro obviously gets way better with equality, but I don't know that there's a lot else to do just yet. Regis Mothman, no. Poor Moth, everybody's sad. My cat wakes me up almost every morning around 1 a.m. What? That's terrible. Isn't that a reason to get rid of the cat? It sounds awful to me. I don't know. Still in the same predicament here with Blessing of Kings. Like, just putting it on a 5-5 or this guy seems so risky. I guess I'll just go ahead and put it on the minion this time. I need to get bodies out, you know, otherwise we're just not going to win the game, so... he's getting pretty close to the rag power. Not there yet, though. Could see King Mosh here, maybe. Be a great Albert Peacekeeper target. Does King Mosh live in a pit? I think he does. I think King Mosh lives in a pit. What do you guys think? This might be a great Galvadon game. We haven't actually seen Galvadon yet. Which is, you know, that's fine. That's kind of how we designed this whole shebang. Is like Galvadon not being that important. It's a little bit of a brawl risk. I understand, guys. Like, we did this before, but there's only 3 dudes out. It's not that big of a deal. If he brawls this board, I might feel okay, because that'll mean he'll start developing the board, and we can go nuts with these kinds of cards. King Moth. That's right. That's right. That Regis that joke was almost as bad as my own. Yeah. I kind of want to equality this, guys. I know it hurts my board too, but it might be worth it. Because I don't have any way to get through it otherwise, right? Like, I actually do. I guess I can do 11 with these things. I might just Aldor that and trade. Leave up the Stone Hill. Probably trade in the minion here just to reduce the brawl problems. If I equality, I can push quite a bit of damage. But it hurts my board as much as his. And we actually do have a way to kill this, so I kind of want to save the equality for the big combo, right? Quality Consecration does a lot of damage, though. We have 6, 7, 11, 13 damage. We can put him down to 10, but I don't know that helps when he still has the hero power. So... let's do this. I hope this works as advertised. Somebody lied to me! Somebody in chat told me it worked a different way! Somebody lied to me! Who told me it worked where it applied, like, small-time Buccaneer? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't do anything. It's not your fault. I should know these things as a Hearthstone player who creates content. It's my responsibility to know. But I was misled. I was totally misled. Somebody said it applies after the fact. I know that it's one attack. I theorized it wouldn't change. Aha. I trusted you guys. Twitch chat, you have forsaken me. Well, I'm glad I saved the equality at least. My god. Dino size is actually sort of intriguing, but I want to do Hammer of Wrath, I think, to kill the minion. And I need cards. But the 4 doesn't really do much with the 4/8. That's going to be a 4 health minion extra. I've got to draw cards. I've got to kill this thing and draw some cards. That's okay. We might be able to make a play with like Wild Pyro Blessing or something and get Galvadon out soon. We're getting close to Galvadon. He's got a good clean trade here. I don't know. Hopefully he just goes wide on the board and we destroy him. That's my plan. It did work that way before, though, didn't it? I don't know. I've never played Paladin this expansion with Tardude, so I have no knowledge. I just don't. I don't know. Oh man, he's got the hero power now, so we're gonna fall behind really quickly. I'm afraid. It's just a lot of damage coming in. That's a good draw. I don't think I have to deal with the board just yet. I think I can wait a bit. Okay, we got our own Tar Lord. I think I'll just play it. It doesn't trade super well into the board, but it doesn't die to the hero power either. Giant Wasp is actually kind of cool for killing this. Let's just play the big guy for now. Let's just play the big guy for now. Never trust Twitch chat once it starts getting memey. Oh, wow. Wrathion. I don't see that card. Oh, it's from Stonehill. Okay, yeah, for sure. That makes way more sense. Oh, whoa! This is actually activated. I played the Tar guy, so it activates. I think I have to clear the board and develop a dude. Ugh. So we get equality, Pyro, Forbidden Healing. I think I have to do that exact play. It heals me for quite a bit. I know Tyrion looks appetizing, but I gotta deal with the board too. I know there's more stuff coming, but I don't think I can wait anymore. Equality Consecration leaves me with 6 mana. Can I do anything with that? I can't play Tyrion. I can play 2 dudes. But then I'm almost dead to the weapon, so I don't think that's gonna do it. I'm still just... I'm going to eventually lose to this hero power. I gotta find Galvadon to win this game, I think. But I'm not close. I only have 1 buff right now. Fitting. If that's all he does, I'm not in a bad spot. Oh, okay. Tyrion then puts me back in the game. And still, this thing is just so brutal. I'm at 9 somehow, so that's promising. Shield blocks, shield slam is pretty bad. If you can trade... Oh, just brawl. Oh my god. If it's not Tyrion, I'm dead. Oh, it is Tyrion! Yay! Hit Tyrion! Hit Tyrion! Yes! That was like the worst possible turn for that guy. I can't believe how poorly that went. I'm at 3, so even Divine Strength, Blessing of Kings doesn't get me there. I think I'm going to Ivory Knight to heal some more, and Blessing of Kings, Tyrion. Hand of Protection, though, too. Okay, so I can get there next turn. I'm I'm actually going to put this back on Tyrion to prevent, like, execute shenanigans. And then just use this one, too. And go this route. I'm somehow still in this game. I know I only got one heal, but it's enough for the rag thing anyway. And I think I'm going to flip the game with Galvadon here in a minute. Assuming Galvadon doesn't die to the hero power. How brutal would that be? Oh my god. Whirlwind. Attack, execute. Oh, just brawl again! I'm dead if Tyrion doesn't win. No! Oh, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. It's a 50-50. He should go face and go for the 50-50, I think. He should go for the 50-50. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Oh my god. 50-50. No! Oh, why? Oh, why? The second brawl with only two minions out. Ugh. That's brutal. Regis, you think Quest Rogue is OP? No, I don't think it's OP. It's not got the best average win rate, but it's really, really good with really good players. Kind of like Patron in some ways, I think. Not quite that. It doesn't have quite as big of a dichotomy between bad players and good players as did Patron Warrior, but I think it's a similar kind of thing. Regis, bless my pack. Feeling of the pain, your packs have hereby been blessed. Good luck out there. Get some oranges. You need more buffs. I don't really think I do still. I know that that's the idea, but I still just want to win the control game. It's Hunter, so I think I have to pass back to Kaleidosaur. The Acolyte's okay, because it at least trades into 1 health guys and maybe gives me some value. Steed, although it's a taunt, is a tad slow. If I get more buffs, guys, like I know that's like, oh, get more buffs, you'll get the Kaleidosaur, you'll get Galvadon. But if I get more buffs, I lose something else that helps me stay in the game, right? Like I sacrifice some other valuable card that is the only reason I made it to that point in the first place. So, I mean, what do I do then? I'm just dead long before that's ever a situation. So then you say, well, run an aggro paladin with the quest then. Okay, but everybody tried that and it doesn't work. Everybody's failing when they try that. So that's the whole point of the Decksperiment, is to test this kind of spin on the deck and see if it works or not. And so far, not working. Obviously, it's failing. I think we won the first game, and I'm not sure we've won one since. Mate, can I ask you something in a whisper? Oh, that's not to me. Okay, yep. You guys can handle that. Yeah, I'll just play the Acolyte out here. He might ignore it. It might, once again, we've had this interaction like 3 times already. It might get Eaglehorn bowed. That would suck, but what can you do? If not, we'll get to trade in. Maybe even Divine Strength it. Yeah! No luck today, guys. Nothing. Could not catch a break. I just need 1 break. That's it. 1 tiny little baby break. And that's all I need. I'm actually going to save this, I think, to use with a Divine Strength next turn to increase the heal a little bit and make it harder for him to deal with. So I think I'll just Divine Strength, or maybe just play the minion, actually. It could Divine Strength it, but then it just dies to Eaglehorn Bow again, so what's the point? Like, you can save it. But we're really far behind again. There's a lot of cards he has here that just blow me out. So now I think I'll have to True Silver this. It's fine. We're just taking a lot of damage. But we have ways to get beyond that. The damage isn't quite as scary as the board, so if I can deal with the board, I think I'm okay. There's some more heals. We've got some heals here. This is actually a little bit of a heal. Wicker Flame into double Divine Strength is actually going to be nuts. It's going to heal quite a bit. Probably at least 8. And contest some of the board at the least. Misha? Oh, that's actually... He gives him 2 damage now, so it doesn't really matter if it was Misha or Leok. They're actually functionally the same. So the only risk with this is dying over the top. I could just be dead to Kill Command. Kill Command Hero Power could just kill me if I make this trade. So I actually wonder if it's smarter to not make the trade and just go face for the 2-mana heal than to rely on Ivory Knight to catch me up next turn. He technically doesn't have enough showing on board to get through Wicker Flame anyway. So in order to play it safe, though Unleash the Hounds gives him enough, but I just don't want to die to Kill Command Hero Power right now. So I think I gotta do this. I think I got to. There's other ways, perhaps, for this to punish me, but I think it might buy me a turn. Clearly, the most optimal play, if we knew we had unlimited health, would be to kill the Leok. But there was just that break point where 8 was 10,000 times better than 7. That gets him through the minion. Is that Kill Command? We played around it, guys. We were dead if he chose the other line. Thank God for that. Now, Ivory Knight's going to be good. Just give me something big. I don't care. No! This is not what we wanted. I think I'm going to get redemption for this, for the Spike Ridged Steed play, maybe. That's just so unlucky. Man, I know there's a lot of one-cost Paladin spells, but there's at least some 4s and stuff, too. I think I'm going to buy one pack for 100 gold. If there's a legendary, I'll donate $20 to bless that pack. Sure thing, dude. That's... that sounds like a deal. You'll get a super blessing. Bye, Regis, and everyone says, Feeling of the Pain. Thanks for stopping by, Feeling. Had fun, man. Thanks for watching. Much, much appreciated. Okay. So I can actually heal this to 10. He has 5, 7, 9 on board. The hero power would take me to 2. This could be another kill command that kills me. But I don't think I can get around that anyway. I think I kind of just have to play for the heal here. Play for the taunt here. And we can trade in this way to take even more damage off the board. There's an option to Forbidden Healing this turn, but it doesn't take me out of kill command range. So I don't think it matters. I think I'll just save it. This redemption's not good. I actually want to redeem the 2/6 taunt that comes out the back. Not this one, because this won't have taunt when it redeems, right? Like, it won't matter. So I'm just going to end the turn. And then maybe if this lives and we're not dead right now, we can Forbidden Healing to stabilize. Like maybe Aldor, Savannah Highmane, and Forbidden Healing. We might just have 2 health left here. Oh! Oh! Can I trust the Ivory Knight this time, guys, or do I just have to Forbidden Healing for 16? I think I just Forbidden Healing, right? Like, we've already got a big minion, so let's just stabilize. And I don't see any reason to trade into these. I think going face is actually just fine. Don't care about that. Don't really care about that too much. He's going to start trading in, it looks like. So we can Ivory Knight for another heal. This is still alive. He's down to 13. Is he? Oh, he's going to kill it. Okay. But another 2/6 going to pop out of that bad boy. Which is amazing. And now we can redeem it and Ivory Knight again. So we're just in a great spot at this point. Avenging Wrath is the biggest heal, so I guess I'll just take that. It actually seems pretty good against this deck. And we'll redeem, and we'll hero power, and I guess I'll trade into this guy since he, even though it allows him to kill this, it takes some damage off the board, which is nice. And then I think we've successfully stabilized. I've got more healing here, got negation here. That's Houndmaster, it looks like. Maybe adapt with Crackling Razor Maul. Just Houndmaster. That's fine. We're getting the taunt back. It's going to be killed, but still. Save me some health. I think I'll... Oh, yeah, nice. We won a game, guys. I gotta say. First off, winning a game is cool because we haven't won many games, but I gotta say, I think I played that damn near perfectly given our cards. I think any other choices we made would have resulted in a loss. So I hope... I don't often get to play a game where I feel like I showcase that I'm good at Hearthstone. Usually I'm too busy goofing and too busy reading, and I don't really thrive on stream as far as a competitive Hearthstone environment is concerned. But I think I made some good reads there, and I think I played that pretty well. I think it was great. 2 wins, 3... We've only had 3 losses? Is that right? That can't possibly be right. It seems like I've lost way more than 3 games. I couldn't redemption the ivory to get 2 taunts. It doesn't work that way. When the minion comes back, it's not buffed and taunted again. It only had taunt because of the Stegodon guys, so it would have just came back as a 4-1. We had to wait and redeem the 2-6 if we wanted an actual another taunt. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm not gonna stream for too much longer, guys. I know it's only been a couple hours, and I know that's sad, but I do have some other obligations to get to this evening, so don't hate me too much. Maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, something like that. 20 if you guys are super nice. Decide to keep me around. But I plan to be back tomorrow for a similarly length stream, maybe 3 hours tomorrow or so. Probably close to the same time. I don't know, early afternoon for me, something like that. I'm not totally sure yet, but just depending. I do have to make some other YouTube videos tonight and stuff too, so we'll see. Hey, Regis, got an epic in the Blessed Pact. Pretty good. That's awesome, dude. Glad to hear. This is Rogue. I suspect it's Miracle, but it could be Quest. In either case, I don't see a problem with keeping Kaleidosaur. Some of these Miracle Rogue games with all this much healing and defensive utility can stretch out pretty far, so maybe we'll just keep Kaleidosaur. If it's Quest, I think I'm in a really, really bad spot regardless, so I don't know that it's going to matter. Equality Pyro, I guess, is sort of good against Quest Rogue. Golden Quest Rogue! Even better than Quest. That looks pretty cool. Rocks falling. The torch is lit. I like that. Regis, is your beard your life force? Well, I don't know that I'd describe it that way, but it's probably not the worst description I've ever heard. I definitely feel more confident with it, and I feel I like it. It makes me happy. It's certainly a trademark, like a calling card of sorts, right? It helps. I think it helps the stream. So yeah, sure. And by the way, I can tell my face is sunburned. I feel it. Like, it may not look like it, but like, you guys ever feel that? Like when you get sunburned, it feels sort of hot. It's because I'm so pale and never go outside. I didn't play my quest on turn 1. What? I could have divine strength this minion and had already played my quest. Why did that happen? I thought I mulliganed it away, I guess. Didn't even play it. Nobody said anything. Or maybe you did, I just didn't read it. I have not played the Hunter quest, actually. I think I have it, but I just haven't found a way to experiment with it successfully yet. It just hasn't caught my attention. Blessing of Kings or just Divine Strength here? Not sure. I guess Blessing of Kings, it could get eviscerated if I trade into these minions. Could also just Hero Power Divine Strength. Could actually Divine Strength and Blessing of Kings. I think given the state of the board right now, I like this just a little bit better. It makes me a little less all-in at this point. Arguably, it's better to kill her, because it's more likely that he wants to bounce her than he does the Firefly, although not really, if he's got the 2 Flame Elementals already. Denied the backstab with the trade, that's cool. Still gonna kill it. So this guy is a problem, as always. Like, just... He's gonna for sure be able to activate the quest very soon because of this guy. I think I'll just coin the Ivory Knight here. We have Pyro Equality for when he completes the quest, so we've got outs here. I don't have any one-cost minions, so that's dead. Divine Favor is probably dead because our hand is so big. Eye for an Eye sucks, but I guess it's the best option here. He might take 5 damage off of it. It could be relevant. We'll see. If you play the equality and removal correctly, you can win this game. I totally agree. I think that's right, waving it fat. Regis, please just randomly shave your face one of these days. That's very, very unlikely to happen, just so you know. I think somebody said if I got to 1 million subscribers, and I sort of said I would consider it at that point, but that would be it. And that's a very long way away. So don't count your don't count on it anytime soon, certainly. Ugh, I don't have a Consecration, which I'd love to have, because I really want to clear this board. I guess I can Wild Pyro Eye for an Eye. And I can't Blessing of Kings, though, so I can't clear the board very effectively. I don't want to play Equality yet, because he's likely to go even wider than this, but I need to deal with the board. Because these turn into 5/5s next turn for sure. Like, it's guaranteed. So, oh, I guess I could just double Pyro Eye for an Eye. Trade here. But then I don't have an activator for equality in the future. As much as I hate this, I think I gotta do it. It looks like I'm killing a tiny board, but I'm actually killing a board full of 5/5s. Right, so I think we used it too early, but he's gonna have 20 damage on the board right away. And I gotta kind of pray maybe that he doesn't have any other minions. And he kind of has to roll up a little bit, spending his all his mana on the actual quest. I don't know. It felt like a really bad play, I'll admit, but he's gonna prep the quest. Play 2 more guys, probably. No, just hero power. Okay, well that gives me a little bit of time. Can somebody tell me how this works? Twitch chat? I think it stays a 1/5. I don't actually know. I'm gonna play this minion regardless, so it doesn't matter if I get the value now or later is irrelevant, because I want a Blessing of Kings this, honestly. So okay, it does work like I thought. All right, cool. So this just gives me a guy to trade in a little bit. Maybe just pressure face too, right? We can trade and then heal it with Rag. We can pressure face. I'd love to see another equality soon. Why is he freezing my face? What's that about? Why not freeze this giant dude? Oh, that's why. I don't know if I like that play or not. It's okay, I guess. He's going to be able to freeze this Rag, but a frozen Rag is actually still valuable at least. So we know he has Glacial Shard and the other dude, South Sea Deckhand. Catching up with chat here, guys. Sorry. Let's see. I don't think it works. Yeah, you're right. Why does that work but not the Tar Elemental thing? Even though both are sort of like aura effects. Who knows? What are those numbers by the opponent's cards? This is the turn they drew the card. So this was kept since the mulligan. This is a turn 7 draw. These were gifted to him on turn 8, as were this. These refund cards that he already got back. He's actually killing the Rag with face! Okay. That's a big board. We aren't on the mana yet for this. I think I'm just going to play 2 of these. I don't really know if it matters what I Aldor Peacekeeper here. Alright, so we're still in this. Vorax into Spike Ridge Steed's a lot of stats, and he's at 12. He's got to kind of deal with our board a little bit. There's a chance we win this. Plus, we still have an equality coming around some point. We have a lot of health to work with. We don't have Galvadon, though. I don't know if we're ever going to actually play Galvadon in this quest deck, but what are you going to do? That's kind of the life we chose for ourselves. Guess I should have actually minimized this one since this is more likely to get Shadow Stepped. I guess it actually did matter which ones I Shadow Stepped. Or which ones I debuffed, because he wouldn't want to pull these back to his hand to rebuff them, so it really did make a difference in the scheme of things. So let's just go for this bad boy play, and I think I'm going to go face. I can't kill anything to deny a trade, so let's just get stats out there and kill this dude. We've got a ton of stats. I don't know how he gets through all this. I mean, he only has 3 cards in hand, even if they're both Chargers. Like, we have 9, 18, and then another 12 in stats just in these 2 minions. We have 30 health here. Or not 16, 28 health here. Plus 6 attack here. He's still got to worry about. Plus we have weapons we can draw into. I think we're going to win this game still. That's not that big of a deal to me. He didn't even trade it in here first, right? Like, he should have traded it into the 3/7 to get the free heal. I think he wasted some damage there. He's just trying to stay alive right now, but it's not winning him the game. He's going to kill the Vorax, which is smart. But he's not dead. We have 8 damage. Let's see if this gives me the damage. Nice. Nice. We're actually kind of winning some games now. 3 victories. Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. We got 3 victories, guys. Good job. Good job. He didn't attack. What? Yeah, I know, right? That was a pretty consistent misplay. Am I really 3-3? That's actually not that bad. Like, I have to say though, we could easily cut the Last Kaleidosaur and be in the exact same spot. Like, we've gotten 0 Galvadons in 6 games, which again, it was a risk that we identified at the beginning. We knew it going in. Like, we're not built necessarily to get it, except in a really, really late game fatigue scenario. So I think this is going to be my last game here, guys, just for the record. I hate that it's a hunter because we aren't really beating the hunters today, but we'll see. Pyro's a good early game option. Actually, I could save the spell just as a guaranteed activator for Pyro on turn 3. Is that actually worth it? It might be. I have other good options, but the guarantee is actually fairly nice. So I'll just save this, I think. It's a pretty bad card, really. I mean, it's good heal, but it's so late. True Silver's good. Looks like hero power on 2 for us. I actually like that we're going first instead of having the coin, even with the Pyro. Because it just lets me get my hero power out a little bit faster, basically, ahead of him, to some extent. Last one already, asks TSH Muriel. Yeah, sorry, dude. Or actually, that's probably pronounced Mireille. Mireille. If it's French, I don't know how to pronounce French words, dude. I can't really deal with all of this just yet. I think I'm going to activate that and maybe just hero power. Or maybe I just trade this way in hero power and he activates it, then I kill it with True Silver Champion on the following turn. He still has the coin, so he can actually coin out the Houndmaster, which would still only put it to 4 attacks, so the True Silver would still deal with it efficiently. If he does trade and then buff. If he buffs and then trades, it's actually a little more annoying. Just depends on how he wants to do it. He's not fingering the coin, though. Shouldn't say it that way. Should not say fingering the coin. He's not hovering on the coin, though. He's hovering on this card, which looks like a 3-drop. So it's probably Animal Companion, if I had to guess. A Rat Pack next to it instead. I bet that's still an Animal Companion, though, if we watch. I bet he kept the Animal Companion in the mulligan. Consecration's sort of good. I can kill 2 of these things, but he gets 2 of the 1/1s back. So maybe I just wait a little bit on the Consecration, right? It just depends on how greedy I want to get. Instead, I think I'm just going to kill the Rat Pack needs to die, though, because of Houndmaster. I think I'm going to do it. It's not the best one ever. It's not like a full clear, but I don't want this to get buffed and summon even more dudes later that I still can't deal with. In the scheme of things, 2 1/1s is not that bad on turn 5 for me. Because I've got Pyro to clean them up as needed. If he Houndmasters 1, we can True Silver it pretty efficiently and play the quest. Or save the quest still for Pyro's fine, I think. It's French, Regis, don't worry about it. I guessed that it was French. My guess is it's pronounced Marais, right? Or actually Versailles is spelled with an A, so not like Versailles, it'd be like Marais. Marais? I don't know, dude, I'm not French. The stream was fun. Sad to see it end. Well, it's not ending yet. It's fingering the coin. A lot of people get triggered by fingering the coin. Understandably so. So I think this looks like Wild Pyro Kaleidosaur into Divine Strength. Maybe even into Forbidden Healing just to clear, because otherwise that thing might be a problem. Could actually maybe just True Silver Champion. I don't know. I think this is fine. Guess I might as well Divine Strength first. It's fine. Is it worth it to just heal the Pyro? I do have some healing in hand. I know it's not going to be a full heal, but it will take the Pyro back up to 3 and clear his board. I think I'm going to do it. Just to get rid of beasts, right? Like, beasts are actually a problem. And it did, in fact, activate the quest as we suspected. Did he just win Fury? A 1/1. My god, you're dead. Yeah, that extra damage was tough. Could you bless my 2 packs? Asked Chris511C. Definitely, dude. Your packs have hereby been blessed by the great RN Jesus himself. Oh, why did I Divine Strength first? I'll tell you why. Because I wasn't totally sure the Wild Pyromancer would survive with 1 health when I Divine Strength. That's honestly why. I thought it might kill itself and then try to apply the buff. It's probably wrong. I think it's fine, but we're not going to complete the quest anyway, so I don't think that's particularly problematic. Blessing of Kings doesn't really do a lot for me. I wish I could do both of these things. That'd be amazing. Blessing of Kings takes that down to 2. It takes this up to 6. Traded in here, it'd have 2 health. That would have 2 health. None of that feels great. I think I have to Blessing of Kings it, though. I mean, I could actually just trade in Blessings of Kings my 1/1. Maybe I like that better. The 1/1 goes to a 5/4, but then it just dies to Houndmaster, so it's not really that much better. I think I'll just do it this way. It's really not ideal. The Wild Pyromancer is going to die to this, but it takes the beast off the board, and it theoretically develops a better minion. There was a trade to be made. Either way, I did it right, and I would have had a mana floated anyway. I guess I could have had a 1/1 up at this point. Well, that's a good top deck. Okay. I'll just develop this. I'm not going to trade. We don't need to kill that. More stats actually come out when we deal with it, so I guess it actually probably would have been better to Wild Pyro trade, or Blessing of Kings to Wild Pyro trade, and then just develop a 1/1. I think that's actually more optimal. Because he would have had to trade into the Wild Pyro anyway. it was better against Eaglehorn Bow specifically, and actually Kill Command, because it was a 4 health minion instead of a 2 health Pyromancer, which would have died to both Eaglehorn and Kill Command. So he wouldn't have been forced to make the trade, which means he could have had a 4-2 up. So it's actually debatable. In a vacuum, I think I did it incorrectly, but considering that he might have those cards available, I think we probably actually made the slightly safer play, in my opinion. Rag is going to be pretty good here eventually. You can just trade, and Rag's going to heal up most of the damage we're taking here. Don't need to equality yet. There's no reason for that. I probably don't need to kill one of these beasts, but it theoretically, well, it doesn't really protect the Aldor, because the Savannah Highmane would have to trade in, but it just removes damage from the board. I think it's okay. It doesn't. It still get the max heal. Oh, I hope it heals face. Actually, the Wild Pyro might. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it worked out. I'd rather have the health than the Wild Pyro or the Aldor. Sorry, I'm saying the wrong names, but I don't think I'm ever going to clear this Highmane for him. I think I'm just going to leave it sitting there unless he taunts it or something. I don't. That's pretty good. I'd like to... That looks like the best weapon target, but I think the Timberwolf has to die, unfortunately. So, probably going to weapon the Timberwolf, just play this Wicker Flame, start going face with Rag. Because we're in a race now, basically, to some extent. Like, he's not going to outrace me. This will kill him in basically 2 or so turns, right? So he's just not going to be able to deal with this. No, Regis, you killed the cute one. Gosh dang it, guys. I don't pay attention to the cats. I'm so sorry. I totally forget. Just like the deck list. The baby cat had a future. Savannah Highmane is cuter. You think Savannah Highmane is cuter? I think so too, dude. I like lions. They're majestic. They got big beards and stuff. Regis cute killer bin. Yeah, that's what the kill is for. It's all about the cats. It's all about the kittens. I mean, he's got a lot of guys out there, but unless he's dealing with the Rag, I'm just going to heal 8 per turn no matter what he does, you know, and keep hitting him for 8 per turn, so. This is like the worst Aldor Peacekeeper in history, but it's still the play I'm going to make. And, still going to pop him for 8, I think. 1 health Rag here. Nice. His top decks have been terrible so far. Was this off Jeweled Macaw? I didn't even pay attention. No, the River Croc was off Jeweled Macaw, of course. This was just a play. Leok would be pretty good. Oh, he might kill the Rag finally here. Oh, he's at Kill Command too, so yeah, he's going to kill the Rag. But, I mean, we still have a very good chance of drawing things that are just going to shut him out of the game. Surprised he didn't want to pop the... Oh, he did. He did pop it. Okay. He should send that Huffer into the 3/3, I think. He's giving me a lot of potential value. Yeah, see, this is the problem. I might actually put this on the this guy instead of this guy, right? This goes to 9. If I trade in, it goes down to 7. He can kill it. But then I lose the higher value attack minion faster, right? I think I'd rather put it on this one. So I also have an attacker popping in for 3 every turn, or, you know, making it a little more awkward here. Can take 1 off the board, but send 3 into face. If we put everything in 1 minion, then the stats aren't quite as balanced, essentially. Depending on what happens here. But anyway, that's another 13 health taunt he's got to fight through. So this is the first Hunter game we actually really stabilized. Like I said, the first Hunter game we really stabilized, and we're going to win. And in fact, we did. So, after a very shaky start, somehow, I'm up 3 stars. And there you have it. That was my quest Paladin. It got off to a very slow start, but seemingly it actually worked out okay. But Obviously, the quest had nothing to do with it. I think we just saw that Control Paladin is actually a fairly decent deck, even if you include some buffs in it. So maybe the deck still needs some revisions to actually make the quest itself functional, but still not necessarily a failed Decksperiment, just a failed test of the hypothesis, but indeed a successful deck all the same. So if you guys have any thoughts, comments, or questions about this deck, I'm happy to hear everything that you have to say. Leave them in the comments below, but until then, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, game on.